So we're going to come into our child's pose position. So take your version. If you want the knees apart, so you can sink into the chest and open the heart. Or you can bring the knees together if you want to elongate the spine. So whatever works for you, just come into the breath. And I want you to sigh out the first 3 breaths. And then just continue to breathe in and out through the nose. Just releasing on that exhale. As you breathe in, feel that breath all the way round the ribs. Particular attention to the back body here, those costovertebral joints. So where the ribs meet the spine, breathe into that space as well. Just slowly bring your awareness to the breath. Slowly bring your awareness to how you're feeling right here, right now. And on the next inhale, let's walk the hands over to the right side of the mat. You can take hold of the left wrist with the right hand and just breathe into that left side body. And see if you can draw that left buttock towards the heels, just elongating that stretch if it's safe. And then slowly come back to center. Just take a couple of breaths, notice how it feels. When you're ready, just walking the hands over to the left side this time. Breathing into that right side body. Just be mindful of any differences on this side. And when you're ready, slowly bring yourself back to center. Just take a couple of breaths here. And on the next inhale, coming up into your tabletop position. So have the hands spread out nice, pressing into the mat, shoulders above the wrists. We've got the hips above the knees. And we're going to take our cat-cow breath. So as you inhale, we're going to tilt that pelvis away from the belly. Draw the belly towards the mat. Bring the shoulders into the spine. Gaze. Exhale. Let's reverse that motion. So take your time around the shoulder blades. Gaze comes down. Again, just be mindful of the spine now. Just being aware of those hinge points. Try to bring a little space. And just take a couple more. Bring yourself back to your neutral spine. Just see how that feels for a moment. And on the next inhale, we're going to take that right arm up, parallel with the mat. Take that left leg up as well. Try and line up the hips. Start engaging the core here. Press that back foot away from the body. And we're going to exhale. We're going to bring the knee to the elbow. Just crunch it here, hold it here, and open. Just flow through 2 or 3 more of these in your own breath. When you're ready, just release the left toes to the mat and slowly thread that right arm under the left armpit. So we're just coming into a nice little twist. You can try to visualize the ribs and just move them a little bit over to the left and not forcing anything here. Just breathe into the ribs there. Just breathe into this nice little twist. And when you're ready, slowly coming up. And let's take that right arm all the way up to the right. It's just a nice little counter twist. You can open the heart here. And release. Just bring that left knee back. And we're going to take the other side. So bring the left arm out parallel with the mat. Right leg comes up. You can hold it here. Or we can bring knee to elbow. And just hold it here for a few seconds each time. And just take 2 or 3 more in your own breath. And when you're ready, slowly bring the right toes to the mat. And we're going to bring the left arm and we're going to thread it under the right armpit. So just twisting to the right now. When you're ready, slowly coming up, support yourself and float that left arm all the way up for a nice little counter stretch to the left. You can open the heart here. And release. Now we just slowly come into your cross-legged position. So just check your foundation, make sure you're nicely rooted into the mat. I'm going to take a few shoulder rolls here, both directions. Take it up, nice big movements, arms up, gaze up, down and up, down and up. Let's take 2 more. And slowly release. Take that right hand to the mat. We're going to inhale as we lift and lengthen through the left. And we're going to have a nice little side stretch over towards the right. So try to root the left side of the body down. So don't lose that stretch. Lose the ego here. You can bring it onto the forearm if it's available. And as you inhale, come all the way up. Float that left arm behind you. Open out the right leg. And we're going to lift the hips up. Nice little heart open here. And release. And we're going to bring that right leg back in. And we're going to have a twist over to the right. So take that right hand behind you, fingers pointing away from the body. Bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee. And we're going to inhale as we lift and lengthen and exhale to go into the twist. I'm going to try and keep that neutral spine. So don't lean back because you think it takes you further to the right. Don't lose the integrity of the pose. You can take that right hand further around the waist. It's entirely up to you. I like to keep it on the mat. It helps me with my foundation and my grounding. Let's breathe in. Breathe out. And 1 more. And exhale to release. And come back to your neutral spine. And just take a few shoulder rolls here. Nice. So we're going to come to the left side. So the left hand comes down. Inhale, the right arm comes up. Stretch it over to the left. Come onto the forearm if it's available. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm going to inhale to come up, float that right arm behind, over the left leg this time. Inhale as we lift the hips. Nice heart opener. And slowly release. Bring that left leg in. And we're going to do the same twist on the other side. So the left hand comes behind. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. Bring the right hand to the outside of the left knee. And just take a nice twist over to the left. Work with the breath. Okay, one more inhale. And exhale to release. Just take a few shoulder rolls here. Any other little movements that you need. And when you're ready, just bring yourself back into your tabletop position. We're going to tuck the toes under and we're going to inhale as we lift up into downward facing dog. So just take a few moments, pedal the feet, bend the knees. And I want you to draw that breath into the back body here as well. So we're not just sinking the upper body into the mat. We're trying to keep some strength and space throughout the back of the body as well. And we're going to inhale to lift the heels away from the mat. Exhale to release. Inhale to lift. Exhale to release. One more time. We're going to take 3 lion's breaths here. Will you take that left hand, lift it off the mat and take it inside the body and take it to the outside of the right leg. So we're twisting over slightly to the right. Take the gaze over to the right, under the armpits maybe. Keep it nice and strong. And release. And let's take that right hand to the left side this time. So we're twisting over to the left side. Just take it wherever it reaches. Nice and strong. And release. Just come back into a normal downward facing. I want you to exhale as you bring the forearms to the mat. Inhale to lift. Let's release and lift. One more time. And lift. Let's take one more inhale. As you exhale, take the gaze between the hands. And we're going to slowly walk the feet towards the hands. So just come into your Ragdoll Pose for a few moments. Just swing it here, shake it out. Just shake the head, nod the head. Just do any other little movements that you need. I want you to slowly find your stillness. Take the hands wherever they meet, the big toes, the mat, the knees, the thighs. And we're going to inhale as we lift up, straighten the arms. Exhale to release. Just take a few of these in your own time. And when you're ready, slowly start coming all the way up. You can take the hands up to the sky, come onto the tiptoes. Nice big stretch. And release. Just bring the arms to the side and make your way into your Tadasana Pose, mountain pose. So you can bring the feet together or keep them apart. Take a look at the feet, lift the toes up, spread them out as you bring them back to the mat. Shoulders away from the ears, arms by the side. You can close the eyes down for a few moments. Entirely up to you. Engage in that Ujjayi breath if it's there. You can open the eyes or keep them closed. And as you inhale, let's float the arms up and take the gaze up. Exhale, fold forward from the hips. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, let's step back into our plank pose. We're going to hold plank here just for a little bit longer. And this time we're going to take that left hand off the mat and bring it around the back of the waist. So just rest it, palm facing upwards. And just hold it here for 3, 2, 1, and release. And let's take that right hand, bring it around the back of the body, palm facing upwards. Try to keep the hips in line, engage the core, and release. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, let's bend the elbows coming into Chaturanga. We're going to inhale, open the chest. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. We're going to exhale, downward facing dog. Remember to breathe into that back body as well. Just taking the shoulders away from each other, nice space. Just taking the gaze towards the navel and behind you. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's take one more inhale. Exhale, gaze between the hands. Step or walk, feet to hands. We're going to inhale as we lift up halfway. So just take care of the spine here. We're going to exhale to fold. Let's inhale to rise through Hastasana. Exhale, come back into Tadasana. Take a few nice big shoulder rolls here in both directions. And back to the breath. You're going to inhale to rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, come into your plank pose. Hold it here. Draw the heels away from the body. We're going to inhale. Exhale, we lower down. Elbows in towards the body. Open the heart. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Downward facing dog. Just breathe into the back of the legs here, opening up the body. We're going to inhale, right leg comes up, 3-legged dog. Hold it here. As you exhale, bring the right foot between the hands. And we're going to set up for our side twist. So we're going to just stabilize that left shoulder blade. And we're going to inhale as we twist over to the right. You can drop that back knee if it helps to support you. And try to keep that left shoulder blade nice and strong. And push that, press that left hand into the mat. And slowly release that right hand to the mat. We're going to shoot that right leg back in the air again, 3-legged dog. And you can flow through a normal vinyasa or come forward into your three-legged plank. And let's go down, three-legged Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, gaze between the hands, step or walk, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise through Hastasana. Exhale, come back to Tadasana. Take a few shoulder rolls here. Any other movements that you need. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Hold it here. Big, deep inhale. Exhale, let's lower it down through Chaturanga. Take care of the shoulders. Press the tops of the feet into the mat, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to inhale that left leg in the air this time. Flex that foot. Let's bring the left foot between the hands. Remember, you can drop the back knee here. Stabilize that right shoulder. We start twisting over to the left. You can bring the arm up. Really strengthening that right shoulder, nice and strong. And we're going to exhale to release. Shoot that left leg back for our three-legged dog. Option to go through your normal Chaturanga or three-legged plank. Take it down. Three-legged Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Take one more inhale. Exhale, gaze between the hands, step or walk, feet to hands. We're going to inhale as we lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, come back into Tadasana. Just take a few breaths here. Just notice how the body's feeling. Take a sip of water. We're going to be coming into our chair pose now, so you can bring the feet a little bit further apart if that suits you. And just remember your alignment here. We're going to be drawing in through the midline. Keep it nice and strong. We're working into the upper body here, as well as the quads and the glutes, and pressing the feet into the mat. We're going to inhale as we dip and sweep, coming into Utkatasana. So just check yourself here. Try to keep the knees in line if that's possible for you. You can take it a little deeper. We're going to bring the hands to heart center. And as you exhale, we're going to twist it over to the right. So don't force anything here. Check your knees, check your body. And we're going to release that left leg back, coming into our low twisted lunge. You can drop that back knee at any point. Breathe into the twist. Exhale, let's come back to center. We're going to release the hands to the mat. And we're going to shoot that right leg back up into our three-legged dog. And let's come forward into three-legged plank. And we're going to start lowering down, drop that right foot, untuck the left toes, press the tops of the feet into the mat. And downward facing dog. Take one more inhale. Exhale, take the gaze between the hands, step or walk, feet to hand. You're going to inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Nice and full. Exhale. Take a few moments here so you can have the little movements that you need. I'm going to come into chair pose on the other side, so please make the adjustments. You're going to inhale, you dip and sweep, coming into our Utkatasana, chair pose. Sink a little deeper if it's available. Draw the upper body in nice and strong. Exhale, the hands to heart center. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, let's twist it over to the left this time. So don't force that twist. There is a tendency to use that knee and elbow as a lever. So just take it easy. And you can drop that right leg back. Take your time, don't worry if you walk the ball. Nice inhale. Exhale, let's come back to center and slowly drop the hands to the mat. I'm going to shoot that left leg up in the air this time for our three-legged dog. And you've got the option of coming forward into your three-legged plank and lowering it down. Your three-legged Chaturanga. Let's bring it back into our downward facing dog. I'm going to take 3 lines breath here. Take one more inhale. Exhale, take the gaze between the hands. We're going to step or walk, feet to hands. Inhale, you lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Through Hastasana, nice and full. Exhale, let's come back down. Just take a few breaths here. Just notice how the body's feeling. Just be mindful of any pains. And when you're ready, we're going to step ourselves out into our goddess pose. So you want the toes away from the midline. And we're going to sink into the knees and just bring the arms up wherever it's comfortable. I'm going to hold it here. We're going to pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to twist it over to the right. Just hold it here. Back to center. Twist it over to the left. And come back to center. Just keep holding. We're going to straighten the legs. I'm going to bring the hands behind. Clasp the fists and inhale as we shoot the fists towards the mat. Open the heart here. Draw the shoulders in towards the spine. And as you exhale, we start coming forward into your forward fold. Just slowly release the hands to the waist. And we're to slowly come up on the next inhale. So just take your time. Just release and shake it all out. I'm going to bring the hands back to the waist, and we're going to hinge forward from the hips again. And this time I want you to take the left hand towards the mat, just at the center, a little bit ahead of where the feet are. And as you inhale, I want you to bring the right arm up and just take a nice little twist over to the right. Really feel that twist. I feel the ribs sort of moving over towards the right. And we're going to exhale to release. I'm going to bring that right hand to the mat. Just sink a little deeper into that forward fold if it's available. And just relax the back here. Support yourself with the hands. And this time we're going to leave that right hand on the mat. And we're going to inhale as we lift up and twist over to the left. So remember, it might be very different on this side, so just take care. Breathe with it. Another inhale. And exhale, bring that left hand to the mat. And just stay here in your forward fold for a few moments. If you have tripod heads down in your practice, you can come into it by bringing the hands closer to the body, nicely spread out, and just bring the head in front. Just find that sort of flat bit. And you're coming into a little bit of a triangle base with the hands. And then you can start lifting the legs up. You can bring them onto the upper arms. You can take your time. When you've had enough, I want you to bring the hands to the waist and safely bring yourself all the way up. Just take your time here. We're going to bend into that right knee. I'm going to come into our warrior two. So straighten that left foot so the outer edge is parallel with the short edge of the mat. You don't want that knee to be hovering over the ankle. We'll just bring the arms up into your warrior two. I want you to lift that front palm and reverse the warrior. And inhale, come back to warrior two. Exhale, release the right elbow, extended side angle. So shoot that left arm across. You can release the right arm like this if you want to work a little deeper. It's your choice. The key is not to collapse into that front knee. Keep the bend. Inhale, lift it back up. Warrior two. We're going to inhale, we straighten that front knee. I'm going to reach forward with the fingertips. We're going to get prepared for our revolved triangle. And we take the left hand and bring it to the inside of the right leg, wherever it reaches, and just bring the right arm up. Be careful here, you don't need to reach the mat or that right foot. Just take it where it's safe. And slowly bring yourself back up with control and come back into your warrior two. If you want to try something different in warrior two, you mix up the foundation, you can lift that right heel off the mat. Just coming onto the ball of that right foot. And release. And I'm going to straighten that right knee. And we're going to change the foot. So we're now bending into that left knee. So take your time. So remember to take your time to set up your foundation here. We're bending into that left knee, taking the gaze over the left fingertips. Remember, you don't want to be hunching the shoulders in too much. So nice. Keep it a little bit relaxed. Flip the front palm, reverse the warrior. Try to keep that bend in that left knee. Sometimes we lose it. And let's lift it back. Warrior two. And we're going to drop that left elbow, coming for our side angle stretch. So reach that right arm up and over. You can release the left hand and the left arm, it's your choice. And we're going to come all the way back for our warrior two. And straighten that left leg. And just hinge forward from the hips towards the left. And we're going to bring the right hand to the inside of the left leg this time. Just kind of your revolved triangle. Leave it. And exhale to release. And just sweep yourself all the way back up. Come back into your goddess pose. Just pulse it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. I'm going to bring the hands to the waist, straighten the legs, and just jump back into your Tadasana at the top of the mat. But just shake it all out before you do that. And we're going to bring the feet mat width apart. We're coming towards the end of our practice. We just have a few seated poses and work into a nice Shavasana. So bring the hands to heart center. I'm going to slowly start coming into our Yogi Squat. So take your time. Don't worry if you fall or wobble here. If you want to have a go at crow pose, you can. If you want to do a little twist, you can keep the hands to heart center or bring the left hand down and just twist over to the right. And reverse and twist over to the left. If you want to have a go at crow, then have a little go. Don't worry if you fall. Sometimes a good idea to have a cushion in case you're worried about face planting. When you're ready, just slowly bring the bum to the mat. Bring the legs out in front of you. You're going to flex the feet, keep a micro bend in the knees here to be safe. Hands by the side, fingers pointing towards the toes. We're going to inhale, we lift up, lengthen through the spine. Tadasana Pose. Slowly release on the exhale. We're going to bring that left foot up, but just press it into the mat near that right thigh. So bending that left knee. I'm going to do a twist over to the left. So I'm going to take that left hand, bring it behind us, fingers pointing away from the body. Inhale, you lift and lengthen through the right. And exhale, you bring that right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Come into a nice little side twist. Remember, keep the neutral spine there. So we don't want to be leaning back. Just breathe with it. Slowly release on the next exhale. And just take a little counter twist over to the right, just for a moment. I'm going to reverse it. We're going to bring that right foot, to the inside of that left thigh. Bring that right hand behind you. Inhale, we lift up and lengthen through the left. And let's twist it over to the right this time. Just take it easy. Breathe into the ribs here. Use that breath. Inhales, you lift and lengthen. Exhales, you take that twist a little over. One more inhale. And exhale to release. And just take a nice little counter twist over to the left. I'm just going to check how we're doing for time. I think we're okay. Yeah, we've got about 3 minutes left, so we're nearly coming towards the end. I want you just to take one last forward fold before we come into Shavasana. You can take your pick. You can try your butterfly fold like this, where we bring the knees out wide. You can inhale as we lift up and lengthen. Exhale as we hinge forward from the hips. Take a couple of breaths like this and then just let it go. And when you're ready, slowly come up on the inhale. And we're going to draw the knees together. And we've got about two minutes or so left. So just slowly come into your final Shavasana pose. Just create that space. Bring the legs out and the arms out. And just breathe into it for a few moments. Just relax. Already, I want you to start deepening the breath. Slowly start to wriggle the fingers and the toes. Let's rotate the ankles and the wrists in both directions. Just bring a bit of life back into the body. Just have a nice big stretch. Oh, and just bring the knees into the chest. And I want you to give yourself a nice hug and a gentle rock from side to side. And slowly roll over onto one side and bring yourself up into your cross-legged position. So just keep the eyes closed and the face soft. I'm going to bring the hands to heart center. And we're going to end with our 3 clearing breaths. I want to slowly bring the thumbs up to the third eye. And just thanking yourself for a nice, strong practice. I'm grateful for you all sharing this journey with me. The inner light in me will always honor the inner light in you. Thank you so much for today's practice.
Thanks, Shab.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Great. Cheers.
See you on Thursday.
Yep.
Thursday.
Take care, loves. Bye.